1984, no NFL team stood taller on defense than the Chicago Bears. These fiery modern-day monsters of the Midway not only have rekindled memories of the Bears' glory days of the past, they have also helped bring Chicago its first football division title in over 20 years. And in last Sunday's playoff match against the high-scoring Washington Redskins, it was indeed the NFL's #1 ranking defense that dictated the tone of play. Although this game was played on the next to last day of the year, the Bears decided to do their New Year's celebrating early. Their own brand of bell ringing had some Redskins seeing stars, while others must have been wondering whether this was really the reincarnation of Super Bowl 18 all over again. But the players wearing the Raider-like black colors were not the only people doing some hitting. During the game's early going, players on both offenses were dropping like the Times Square ball on New Year's Eve. Unfortunately for Washington, this old-fashioned blood and guts trench warfare is not compatible with their high-tech computerized offense. For in addition to being aggressive, the Bears' blitz is so unpredictable that even a seasoned offensive line like Redskin Hogs can get confused. Here guard Ken Huff correctly reads linebacker Mike Singletary's inside blitz, but by leaving his position, he gives the dangerous Dan Hampton an easy chance to beat single coverage blocking. But the Bears did not rely totally on stunts and slants to sack Redskin quarterback Joe Theismann. When it comes to brute strength, nobody on Chicago is more formidable than defensive end Richard Dent. Even double teaming could not keep this All-Pro from registering one of his game-high 3 sacks. After setting a league record 72 sacks during the season, the Bears' ability to put pressure on Theismann was not all surprising. What was surprising was the razzle-dazzle they displayed on offense. 9 times in his career, Walter Payton has completed the option pass. Since 8 of those tosses have resulted in touchdowns, it can be deduced that this play was designed to net 6 points. But when quarterback Steve Fuller hit wide receiver Willie Gault with his simple sideline toss, all he was looking for was a first down. What he got broke the game wide open. Flashing his world-class sprinter's speed, Gault raced 75 yards towards the end zone to make the most of his only catch of the day. This touchdown came on the second play from scrimmage in the third quarter, giving Chicago a 16-3 lead. With the game suddenly opening up to a style that better suits the Redskins' needs, Washington quarterback Joe Theismann proceeded to move the ball fast in an effort to put points on the board in a hurry. Twice in the third quarter, the Redskins drove into John Riggins' touchdown territory. Twice Big John, who was contained for most of the afternoon, capitalized on his specialty of scoring from short yardage range. But ultimately, the key in deciding touchdown was delivered by one very unlikely hero, Chicago's underrated second-string quarterback, Steve Fuller. Injuries have kept Fuller from proving that he can capably fill Jim McMahon's shoes. But by hitting on 9 of 15 passes for 211 yards, including this clutch third-quarter touchdown toss to Dennis McKinnon, Fuller provided Chicago with 23 points. Just enough provision of inspiration the hungry Bear defense needed to put Washington away for the winter. Chicago prevailed 23-19. If there is any doubt about whether these Bears resemble those monsters of the Midway of old, take note of one fact. The last time the Redskins lost a playoff game at home was in 1940. On that day, they were shut out by the Bears. 44 years later, Chicago is once again standing tall. But they cannot claim to be #1 yet in the NFC. San Francisco stands ahead, and beating the 49ers will be one very tall order.